ThaGuyXii.
Yo, I'm back. I'm recording this, you know what I'm saying? This is I pre-recorded the first few videos, so part 5 was pre-recorded before I was supposed to left. Part Part 4 and 5 was pre-recorded before I was supposed to have left. I didn't end up going on the trip, but I still took the break anyway because I felt like, you know what I'm saying, niggas was, you know what I'm saying, y'all was cautioning me, saying like, hey bro, don't go too crazy, don't go too fast. Hey nigga, we still got Coco. It was like, you know what I'm saying, it was a lot of conflicting ideas, and I was like, you wanna know what? I should take a break and kind of start like an upload schedule of sorts. And because I'm fucking with the series so much, I'm pre-recording. Because normally I don't do that. I just record when I feel like, not pre-record, because, you know what I'm saying. But I've been in the mood to record so often that after I record like an hour video. And then I'll be like, damn, I still got shit I want to talk about. And then I just start recording again. And that's a whole nother hour, right? So if y'all enjoying this, make sure y'all like, because, you know what I'm saying, the more likes this get, you know what I'm saying, the more I'm going to put out. But anyway, you know what I'm saying, y'all ain't here for all the announcements and whatnot. Y'all here for that series, for that Batman Second Son. This should be part 6 that I'm recording currently. And where I last left off, Casper, you know what I'm saying, and Kanan, Erica, and Amber was at the park. And Casper, you know what I'm saying, that boy, you know what I'm saying, it's a little bit longer than it was the day before. Nobody really noticed it except Erica. Because she the one who just did his hair, so she can tell like he already got new growth and shit. Which is like, damn, like I just did your hair for you to already be growing out of the style that I just did. Cause you know, protective styles and whatnot, they're supposed to be kept up for a little bit, not too long, but at least a week or so, right? So that's probably the only thing that, like, you know what I'm saying, kind of changed. But actually, no, I'm lying. My fault. He got tattoos and shit now. They just formed on his body. He don't know where they came from. But, like, you know what I'm saying, he got 2 matching Eastern dragons that kind of, like, go up. And it looked like they about to, like, bite him on both sides of his neck. He got some scriptures and stuff that goes down both his rib cage. And then he got a giant tattoo across his back. You know what I'm saying? Some light, you know. Hey, the hoes gonna love it. No, let me stop. And then he got like a cross, like a small little cross in the center part of his chest, at the top part of his chest. Almost like, actually, like between his collarbone in the middle. He got like a little cross right there. So I'm saying he kind of flexing a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, fuck with your boy. But nah, let me stop playing. But they was there, you know what I'm saying? Erica and Amber, they just watching Kanan and Casper, you know what I'm saying, shoot around and shit. Kanan's still showing Casper some shit because, you know what I'm saying, like he lied about practicing. Like he didn't practice. He just watched a few videos, which it's the same to him. It's basically like practicing, but like it ain't like he be having time to do that, because with all the other stuff he be doing, and then especially with the stuff he just did the previous night, he don't be having a lot of time to actually just sit back and watch videos and find memes and watch movies, stuff like that. He too invested in making money, that cheddar cheese, that moolah, that cash, them pounds, whatever you want to call it, the euros, whatever you want to call it. That's what he invested in. So he don't really put too much time into doing anything other than making money. Like he kinda learning to separate himself from that money fiend that live within him, the little money goblin. So that's why he at the park right now. So they shooting around for a little bit. And then, you know what I'm saying, Kanan eventually, you know what I'm saying, like, all right, you know what I'm saying, you actually pretty good. Like I can't even like you was not just this good a little while ago. Like were you actually faking back then when we played? And he was like, I mean, kinda. I didn't know you. Like I wasn't trying to play for real. I didn't know you. And he was like, see, I would get mad, but at the same time, you don't seem like the type to have like a competitive nature thing. You just too laid back for that. So I can understand. But at the same time, like, you know what I'm saying, you shouldn't let people win, you know what I'm saying? And that's because he got that I gotta win mentality. Kanan does. So he got that I gotta win mentality. So he don't understand letting yourself lose. He don't get that. But at the same time, he trying to understand. And Casper, he like, I mean, it is what it is. I don't really take too many things serious. And he was like, yeah. So anyway, you know what I'm saying, they like checking up again. So he's standing right in front of him because you know what I'm saying, they about to check up. And he like, so anyway, so what did you do? And he like, what you talking about? He was like, you know what I'm saying? Like last night at the house. You know what I'm saying? I knew you came up with the girl and shit, but like, what did you do to the, you know what I'm saying? Like, is that something that's gonna come back? Is that something we gotta worry about? And Casper look him straight in the eyes. He's like, nah, that's a problem that ain't gonna never resurface. And you know what I'm saying? Kanan, he get them chills. You know what I'm saying? His hair starts standing on edge, on edge and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Spine tingle a little bit. He like, what you mean by that? And he like, I mean, how else is I supposed to say that it was a problem that could have arisen? So I took care of it permanently, so it didn't. And you know what I'm saying? Kanan, he like, oh shit, okay. You know what I'm saying? He started dribbling. He looking over to the benches where Erica and Amber is. Now I'm saying they on their phones, they're not really paying attention. He looking around to everybody else. He basically trying to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, ain't nobody like listening in on them or whatnot. And he like, bro, you killed him? And Casper look him straight in the eyes. He shake his head. He like, yeah. And he like, damn, that's damn. He was like, hey, you wanna know what? The less I know, the better. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to know. Like, it is what it is. It ain't like the nigga was a saint or anything. So shit. Hey, nigga down in the city every day. And you just check up with him. You know what I'm saying? Casper in his head, he thinking like, you know what I'm saying, he testing Kanan because, you know what I'm saying, Kanan looked like King and King had a certain mentality about him, like how he carried himself, how he did things. And their mentalities are a little bit different, but it's similar in certain aspects. So he like, I mean, he's still trying to figure out if Kanan is king or if he could be like a piece of king or something like that. So he like, yeah. So basically, the test of telling him, yeah, I killed somebody to see how he reacts. See, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he panic or not. And like he did kind of get a little panic. He kind of got a little scared, but then it immediately was just like gone. He didn't even really care. And you know what I'm saying, that right there, Casper, like, okay, you know what I'm saying, this is somebody he could genuinely, you know what I'm saying, build with. Even if he's not king, he's still somebody that's loyal, useful, and you know what I'm saying, he could teach him all the rest of the shit that he would need to know later on. But as far as them moving around together, making money, he ain't got to worry about getting snaked out or anything like that. So he kind of like, all right, this is good. This is a good start for him. And then, you know what I'm saying, them spidey senses start going off. Not really, kinda. And it's because Diana, you know what I'm saying, she came into the park and shit, you know what I'm saying. She friends with Erica. So she came, you know what I'm saying? She look over, she see them, you know what I'm saying? He look over, he see her, you know what I'm saying? Kanan see them looking at each other. He like, oh shit, nigga, bro, two wasn't enough for you? You already need another one? And he like, man, shut up. And he like, bro, I'm just saying, like, you know, he was like, I know Diana, like, you know, normally she don't do that. Whatever this is between y'all two, like that eye contact thing y'all doing, she don't normally be doing that. And he like, wait, you know Diana? And he was like, yeah, we knew each other since we was kids. Like we stayed in the same area, you know what I'm saying? And then she ended up moving away. You think to like Metropolis or something? He don't remember. They never really even talked about it. But she ended up moving away. They had a few friends. They all was like friends together as like kids. And he was like, oh shit, I didn't know that. He was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We was all friends and shit. And then, you know what I'm saying? Some of us just moved neighborhoods, then some of us just like completely just moved out of town. So like me, I stayed in the same neighborhood, and then you know eventually, with the whole older brother taught me how to car jack and you know what I'm saying, steel tires, hubcaps, shit like that, and that kind of did lead me to juvie and shit. So like for about like half a year, I wasn't really like out. But then, you know what I'm saying, I had to wait a little bit longer because, you know what I'm saying, the justice system here in Gotham is kinda it's weird. So like I didn't do like no kind of crazy heavy offense, but it ain't like they were trying to let me leave either. And he like, oh word? And he like, yeah, it's weird. Like people that did shit way worse than me, if they had a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, he started rubbing his thumb against his fingers, you know what I'm saying, insinuating money. He like they had a little bit of that, they got out, they was gone. I ain't have nothing, I was broke. You know what I'm saying? My brother, he already upstate, you know what I'm saying? So it was nobody that could help me. Like I had a bill, but you know. And he was like, you had a bail as a juvenile? He was like, it's weird. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it worked different here. And he was like, huh. All right. That's crazy. He was like, yeah, but as far as I know, Diana she don't normally be looking at people like that. And he was like, and while I'm talking, can you like, and he starts snapping his finger, and you know what I'm saying, Casper finally look over at him because him and Diana was still like locking eyes with each other, souls staring at each other and shit. And on the other side, pretty much that's what Amber and you know what I'm saying, Erica's talking to Diana about like, hey, you know what I'm saying, we talking to you, like, can you like focus on the conversation? So they both were just they was locked in. They don't know what the fuck that was, but whatever it was happening. So after a while, you know what I'm saying, Kanan get done telling him, you know what I'm saying, the situation about him going to juvie and the people that he know through juvie and shit. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't like a super bad, super messed up person, but he do know people that's already like gang affiliated and you know what I'm saying and whatnot. So he you know what I'm saying, he telling Casper, like, if you serious about like, you know what I'm saying, upgrading and going to the next level and doing stuff differently, he know a bunch of people who do shit different, move stuff different, you know what I'm saying? Like they have their own unique ways of doing shit. So it's something that he could look into. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, he's smart. So like it don't really seem like he would need that. But if he wanted it, it's there. And he can set up some shit for him. So, you know, Casper, he like, yeah, I appreciate that. And he was like, hey, you cool. You know what I'm saying? You don't seem like you gonna fuck up or, you know what I'm saying, do anything crazy. Plus, like, you got this like thing about you. You know, Casper looking at me like, what you talking about? He like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like I was saying, you know what I'm saying? It feel like I know you, but I could swear we never met. He was like, yeah, I get that. And he was like, but also you got like this aura about you that it just feel like following you would lead me to a better life than I already had. And it's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm in, the little halfway little joint and I ain't got too long in there, but after I get out, it's like my life was just gonna either be go back to what I know and potentially get caught again, or try to stay on the straight and narrow, and that shit kinda fucking hard. So now it's like since you showed up, it's like I got another option. I'm already making a decent amount of money, more money than I would have made at any minimum wage job. And that was just night one. You also wanted to split half with me, even though I didn't really do no shit. So like I can tell you a genuine person. So like, you know what I'm saying? This arrangement, you know what I'm saying, it's cool. Casper, he look at him, he like, yeah. So they dap each other up and shit because you know what I'm saying? It's like it ain't nothing else to do, but like the niggas they got a better understanding of each other and like how they work. Casper, he already wanted to bring Kanan in because Kanan's cool. He's reliable. The nigga know how to drive. Like he know how to steal cars. Like and then he don't question anything. He never really questioned him in the midst of them doing shit. It was always after the fact, after they already in the clear, after they already, you know what I'm saying, after the shit already dealt with. He never questioned him in the moment seriously about some shit. Or, you know what I'm saying? He know how to hold his curiosity. Which is, a pretty good trait to have. So they still talking, you know what I'm saying? Casper start hearing them footsteps come up to him. He turned because he facing Kanan K right now. So like he turned around, Kanan already could see who was approaching them. So like, you know what I'm saying? Casper turned around, Kanan already looking that direction, it's Eric and them. They coming over. Diana is like holding Erica arm, like, you know what I'm saying? Like people like how girls wrap they arm around like niggas' arms and shit. But she basically doing that, but like she kind of behind her in a way. So, you know what I'm saying? Casper see that, he like, okay. Like he just immediately think, okay, that's kind of cute. But he don't know why. He's just like, oh yeah, that's kind of cute. Right? Kanan, he see that and he like, her ass being shot, what the fuck? And this is in his head, but he like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What is this? Right? So he kind of saw Casper. He like, bro, what is he doing, bro? Like, what? Nah, bro, gotta put me on. Already asked him for some sauce, but nah, he really gotta put me on now. So Erica start talking, and you know what I'm saying, she explaining that they about to go because they about to go to the mall and stuff. They already had some stuff set up, and Casper like, oh, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't even about to be here that long. It's kind of boring. It's hot. So we were probably about to go to the library or something. And I said, Diana look up at him when he say library, and she was like, "You read?" And he look at her, and he was like, "Ouch, that kind of hurt. Like, do I look like I don't read?" And you know what I'm saying? She looked back down. She was like, "Nah, I didn't mean it like that." And he was like, "Nah, I'm fucking with you." But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I like to read. You know what I'm saying? Expand my knowledge and whatnot because the more you know, the stronger you are. And she like, what? And he like, yeah, the more knowledge you have, the more power you have. Because, depending on certain situations, most people don't know how to get themselves out of a jam because they don't know enough. But if you already know what's going on, and she like a jam, and he like basically like a tricky situation. And then she started laughing. She like, I know what a jam is. I'm from Gotham. And he like, hey, I was just saying, right? And he like, basically any situation, if you know what you're doing and you know how to talk, you can theoretically get yourself out of anything. So he like to read, like to stay sharp, like to know what's going on in the world. So he read newspapers and whatnot, articles, anything that give him a little bit more knowledge than he had. And she like, oh, that's pretty cool. And I'm saying, Erica, she kinda was feeling the kid. So I'm saying, she ain't, I wouldn't say she jelly, but she kinda a little jelly. A little bit jelly in the inside. So she was like, so anyway, we about to go to the mall. And he's like, yeah, cool. And then, Kanan, WIQ, W Mans. He like, I mean, shit. Matter of fact, we could go to the mall. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how y'all gonna get there? You know what I'm saying? She was like, well, we about to just get an Uber. He was like, get an Uber. Like, how, like, you know what I'm saying? How about we just, get a car, you know what I'm saying? So we can drive around, have a little bit of fun, go to the mall and stuff. And if we feel like going anywhere else outside of the mall, we can go do that. But then, Erica, like, get a car. Like, what? Like, you don't drive? And he was like, yeah, I do. I do drive. I've been driving for a while. Right? So she was like, and you just magically gained these skills and never told nobody about it? And he was like, I mean, it never really came up. But yeah, I can drive. So Amber, she started talking, you know what I'm saying? Because she trying to separate these hooligans from these pure maidens. So she like, okay, even if you can't drive, where are you going to just get a car from? And then Casper like, I mean, we could buy one. And Ken like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We most definitely could, you know what I'm saying? We are the money making team. But then, Amber like, buy one? You know how much cars go for? You don't have enough money to just buy a car. And Casper look, he like, go band for band right now. Go band for band right now. Now let me stop. That would have been crazy, wouldn't it? But he look at her, he like, I mean, I do got a decent amount of money. It's life insurance policy and whatnot. And then, she like, and, what I'm saying, basically what he's saying is, he got a little bit of money from his parents dying. So, she like, shit. You know what I'm saying? That's a landmine. She don't wanna press too hard on that. But he was like, yeah, we could most definitely go buy a car. We was already talking about getting a car. And, Kanan, he was like, actually, matter of fact, we'll meet y'all at the mall. Y'all go ahead. We'll meet y'all there. And I said, Erica, like, yeah, okay. But if y'all get some type of rust bucket, some beat down, nasty builder machine, I'm not getting in. So, he like, nah, don't, what? No, what? Why would we get something like that? So they start laughing and shit. They split off. They go they way. Casper and Kanan, they going they way. And Casper like, buy a car, huh? He was like, look, I told you that I was thinking about buying a car. And he was like, yeah, you said that you was thinking about buying a car, but at the same time, you also said, and he was like, I know what I said, all right? But I was thinking it'd be better to have a car, right? Because doing everything on foot, like you don't seem to be getting tired of walking somehow with your titanium legs, but like my legs, they hurt. My knees are hurting. And this is crazy because I'm too young to be feeling this type of pain. So then they start laughing. He's like, yeah, you're right. But where we gonna get a car from? And he was like, look, there's a bunch of people all over Gotham selling their cars. You know what I'm saying? They just cash up front. You get the title and all that. And since we kind of on the younger side, you know what I'm saying? Well, I can actually own a car. You, when you turn 16? He was like, in like a month or so. And he's like, yeah, so I can own a car right now. And you got to wait a little bit. And he's like, yeah. So he was like, what we about to do? We have to just go fucking house to house, asking them if they selling their car. He's like, nah, it's easier than that. You just get this little app right here, and it just tell you who in the location trying to sell anything. You know what I'm saying? He's like, here's the couches, desks, tables, all types of stuff. He's like, you know what you're looking for. You search through all this. You know what I'm saying? You can find some pretty nice things. So you know what I'm saying? They start searching through that. So after a while of them, you know what I'm saying, on his website, they looking, Casper, he like, I mean, I ain't seeing nothing that's really worth it. You know what I'm saying? And Kanan, he starts smacking his arm like, ooh, I found something. So he put the phone in his face. He was like a 2025 Lexus ES. And he's like, yeah, look at it. It's all black. You know what I'm saying? They got the title. It's a little bit of body damage to it, but it ain't nothing too crazy. Look at the insides. It's clean enough. Like we could get it cleaned out, but like it's clean enough. And they ain't asking for that much. He like, yeah. I mean, one car is better than no car. So like, let's go, because he say price non-negotiable. But once I start talking, we gonna negotiate that down, because let's be honest, I'm not paying for a price for anything somebody else owned. And he like, yeah, all right, I'm gonna leave that part to you. But shit, about the money, he was like, we just gonna go to the you know what I'm saying, to the motherfucking house. Well, can't really call it a house. Well, basically to our dorms. And he like, yeah, grab the money and Uber there. And you're like, okay, shit, sound like a plan. You know, so they start mobbing, you know what I'm saying? After probably like an hour, 30 minutes or so, you know what I'm saying? Because they had to go there, then they had to get the Uber, then they had to wait in the Uber to go there. So now they there, and, you know, they knock on the door. You know what I'm saying? Bro, come out. He's like, yes. You know, he an older white man. You know what I'm saying? So he see them. He like, oh, no. No, let me stop. That would have been crazy, wouldn't it? Let me stop making jokes. But nah, he see them and he asked them, what can you do for them? You know what I'm saying? They say they interested in the car that he had posted, and if they wanted to find out the availability and whatnot, because you know they trying to purchase it right now. He's like, oh well, yeah, you know, it's in the garage. And, you know what I'm saying? He opened up the garage, and you know what I'm saying, he started saying that, you know, the car was his ex-wife car, and I'm saying and whatnot. And, you know, it was in his name, so he owned it and whatnot, but it was for her. And, you know what I'm saying, the bitch, she could not, you know what I'm saying, go with her yoga instructor. So, like, you know what I'm saying, he was like, hey, had to cut that shit off. He don't want the car no more because it's just sitting there wasting space. You know what I'm saying? And they like, oh, okay. So, you know, they in the garage, they start saying some other stuff. He's like, oh, shit, that's a Mustang over there. And he's like, yeah, he was thinking about getting rid of that. That was his son's car. You know what I'm saying? His son passed away. You know what I'm saying? He was in the armed forces and whatnot. And he was like, shit, that's tough. He was like, yeah, he don't really know if he want to get rid of it or not. And you know what I'm saying? Casper, he look at him, he was like, what's your asking price? And he like, well, you know what I'm saying, he don't really even know too much about cars. And you know what I'm saying, he don't know too much, but like it still is pretty new. You know what I'm saying? It only been driven probably like 5-6 times before he left. So the miles on it is still hella low. And he's like, and Casper like, okay, how about 10? And he's like, 10? And he's like, yeah. And he like 10,000? And he like, yeah, 10,000. And he like, yeah, I could do 10. He like, all right, you know what I'm saying? But now for the Lexus, he was like, what was you asking for the Lexus? And he was like, well, for the Lexus, he just want to get rid of it. And you know, since y'all already give him 10, he could take 4. So he give him an extra 4, and they could get the Lexus. And he like, okay, all right, that's a good deal. They shake on it, you know what I'm saying? They reach in the bag, they hand him that money. You know what I'm saying? Casper, he getting the Mustang. You know, Kanan, he in the Lexus. They started driving off. That nigga Kanan, he called Casper phone. You know what I'm saying? He started talking to him. He like, boy, I feel like the motherfucking man right now. And he like, are you crying? He like, yes, I'm crying. I feel like, bro, my life, nigga, look at me. Know what I'm saying? Everybody was looking down on me my whole life, saying I wasn't gonna be shit, that I wasn't gonna make it, and now I'm driving Lexus, moving through traffic. Like what? Why would I not be crying? I'm not crying on no soft shit. I'm crying because I'm happy. And our Casper, you know what I'm saying, he looking, you know, he starts smiling and shit. He like, well, Either A, you better get used to crying, or you better dry them tears up, cause this ain't the end for us. It's just the start. You're like, anyway, meet me at the mall. And he like, what? You nah. What you trying to? And then I say he speed off. So they start zooming through traffic, you know, cutting up and whatnot, ducking and dodging between cars and shit. These boys, they fucking the E-way up. But they get to the mall. Casper, he got the skills, but he ain't got the experience. So, you know what I'm saying? He lost, obviously. Like, you know what I'm saying? Kanan, he just been driving longer. And he got experience. He can gauge what he can fit through or not. See, Casper, he was seeing gaps that looked like he couldn't really get through there, but he could have. But, you know what I'm saying? Kanan, that boy kind of crazy, so he don't even be caring. He'll jump in front of you. You better hit your brakes. you better hit your brakes. So, you know what I'm saying? He was like, woo, boy, we should have put money on that. And he like, man, what are you talking about? We should have put money on that. I just bought you a car. He was like, oh, shit. I realized I did not grab my money. He was like, yeah. He like, shit. Hey, anyway, I won. You know what I'm saying? Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about the money check. I'm gonna pay you back. He's like, nah, bro. Just think of it like as an investment. He's like, all right, I fuck with that. So they sitting on their cars and shit. You know what I'm saying? They park side by side. Niggas about to flick up, but you know what I'm saying? They talking, and he like, so what made you go with the Mustang? And he was like, I don't know. I seen it, and I liked it. He was like, I mean, it is fire, all black, red, you know what I'm saying, little trims on it. It is nice. And he was like, yeah, but like, this is kind of a situation, right? Because we only was planning on buying one car, and now we got two. And he was like, I mean, if you think about it, we got what we can move in regularly, and then what we move in when we move in inconspicuous. He like, no, this is Casper speaking. He like, yeah, makes sense. He was like, but anyway, I didn't know you could drive like that. You know what I'm saying? I kind of looked down on you a little bit. I didn't think you actually knew what you was doing. You kind of cutting up a little bit. And he like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. He played some racing games when he was younger and whatnot. He was like, nigga, stop the cap. You probably don't want to tell me what you were doing. But you won't get like that from no racing games. He's like, hey. He like, anyway, before we like, you know what I'm saying, actually start moving, going too crazy, you know what I'm saying, and all that, I feel like a certain level of trust is also needed. So Casper, he look over at him, he's like, what you mean? He's like, bro, like, I don't even know your name. And he like, oh shit. Yeah, I'm kind of real secretive about the shit like that. But my name Casper. And he like, Casper? He like, oh, that's actually kind of hard. That's a hard name. He like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It is, I guess. And he was like, nah, bro, you need to put pride in that. Like, your name is your name. So like, yeah, even if you got a lame ass name like Urkel, if you a real demon, it really don't matter. Like, the person who word the name makes the name what it is. And he's like, yeah, I feel that. So they sitting on the car and stuff, you know what I'm saying, still chilling, you know what I'm saying. Casper phone started ringing. He pick up, he like, hello? She like, yeah, this Erica. Like, are y'all here? And he like, yeah, we here. And she was like, well, dang, that was kind of quick. He was like, yeah, a little bit. And she like, so what type of car is it? He was like, well, you gonna have to come out to the parking garage and find out. And she like, okay, I get it. You want to keep secrets and whatnot. He's like, I mean, I wouldn't call it like secrets or what, but like, it's just better to see than to explain. And she like, well, anyway, she like, they end up running into a couple of their other friends. So like, hopefully it's something that got a third row. And he like, yeah, we got something that's gonna make up for that. And she like, oh, great. So you know what I'm saying, she hang up and whatnot. You know, Casper look at Kay. He like, hey, they on their way. And he like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, I'm kind of trying to show off a little bit. He like, matter of fact, and he throw him his phone. He throw Casper his phone. He like, hey, take a pic of me real quick. And he like, really? He like, come on, man. Look at me. 16, first car, Alexis. Come on, man. Come on. You kind of gotta understand. He like, yeah, all right, I got you. So he start taking pictures on Alexis and shit, you know what I'm saying, in front of it. You know what I'm saying? He flexing and whatnot. He going crazy. So Eric and them come out. They see this nigga in front of the Lexus. And they're like, what? And he like, yeah, y'all like it? You know what I'm saying? He opened his hands and he like he's presenting it. And he like, y'all like it? And they're like, oh shit, that's nice. Y'all just got this? And he like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I know some people. So she walk up, she start looking at it and stuff. You know what I'm saying? She was like, oh, open it up. So, you know what I'm saying? He used the keys, the little key fob. He opened the doors. And, you know what I'm saying? They start looking through the car. They're like, oh, this is so nice. He like, yeah, type shit. So, Casper, he give Kanan back his phone. He like, yeah, it's a real nice car. And then she like, no, that's crazy. She was expecting something like a minivan or something. And he like, a minivan? Please, you will never catch me on no shit like that. So she like, yeah, damn, my fault. These are my friends. And then she pointed to the new girls that's next to her, and she like, this is Charlotte and that's Ava. And you know what I'm saying, Casper like, what's up? They call me Drac. And they're like, oh, that's kind of unusual nickname. And he's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. So, then, Kanan, he stepped forward. He's like, hey, they call me K. My actual name is Kanan. You know what I'm saying? And like, it is what it is. Like he was about to say some other shit, but then he was like, nah, it ain't even no point, because he's still thinking in the back of his mind, he got to set up that 2-man. So he on a whole nother thought process of where he wanna put his attention. So, you know what I'm saying, they shake hands and shit. And they're like, you know what I'm saying, these some nice cars. So then they're like, they what are they supposed to lap up or whatnot? And he's like, nah, why would y'all do that? This Kanan speaking. He was like, nah, why would y'all do that? And then shoot, Erica like, well, this don't got a third row. He was like, nah, that's what Casper car for. And they're like, what? And they look over, and Casper, he like, yeah, the Mustang, it's mine. He point to it with his thumb. And they're like, well, y'all both just bought cars at the same time. And Casper like, I mean, I had a little bit of money. It was pretty cheap too. So they're like, oh shit, like, why didn't you say that was your car? They just was looking at it. They didn't even know that was your car. And he was like, I mean, he kind of shrugged his shoulders. And they're like, oh, okay. Now, so, you know what I'm saying? They're like, all right. They basically, you know what I'm saying, figuring out who gonna ride with who. And Casper, you know what I'm saying, since he going to the library and somewhere else, and Kanan, he said he was about to go to a completely different side of the city. So they end up splitting up. And Amber, she was kind of upset because Erica, she ended up riding with Casper, and she ended up having to go with Kanan because she was going home. So like, it's a situation. That situation getting kind of tricky. So Erica, Diana, and Ava, they all ride with Casper, and everybody else kind of gotta go with Kanan. So they split up. Kanan, he like, all right, bro, you need me, let me know. And And then he leaned in forward, like to whisper. He like, so at what time we starting? You know what? And he like, Veronica was kind of on his ass about it. So like, he thinking like he got to figure out a way to be able to get in and out without being noticed. But until then, they gonna start at probably like 8, and they gonna try to be done before 10:30 because 10:30 is when she closed and locked the doors. So that's the time they gonna have to cut down and they gonna operate within. And he's like, all right, for sure, for sure. And they split up. Casper he started driving. And I was saying it's cool. They playing music and shit. He giving them the aux because he ain't got no type of like he don't even know what to listen to because he not from here. So like he don't even know what would be considered good or bad because what I'm saying they got their own musicians and shit that he have no idea who these people are or anything like that. So he's just listening to a bunch of songs he never heard before, which is kind of cool. What I'm saying? They ask him, questions. It's more so Ava that's asking like more questions because this her first time seeing this nigga, and like what I'm saying, hey, that nigga kind of fly. What I'm saying? She ain't never seen somebody with two different color eyes, so like she asking because she interested, right? So he driving, he talking, what I'm saying, and like anytime he like look back, he look into the rear view mirror, and she in the back seat. Right. Erica's in the passenger seat and Diana's sitting like behind him. So she asking him like about himself and shit and like why people call him Drac. And he's like, well, it's because majority of the time he don't really be doing anything. He don't really come out during the day for real. Like he mostly like a nighttime person. He like night. He like the dark. So like he only out right now is because Erica and Kanan was, bugging him about, what I'm saying, going to the park and stuff. And she was like, what? I did not. And he like, you kind of did. And she was like, I mean, yeah, whatever. So he like, yeah. So normally at this time of day, he'd be asleep. Like he wouldn't be outside. And then, she like, oh, that's okay. And she was like, so what school you go to? And he was like, he haven't really enrolled yet because, what I'm saying, he only moved here a little while ago. And he was more so wanting to get familiar with the city before he started thinking about what school he was gonna go to and anything like that. So she like, oh, that's cool. That's understandable. So what I'm saying, she started asking about like you know his family structure and whatnot. I'm saying, and Erica, she like, hey, like chill, and she like what? Like all I want to know is like, and she like, what I'm saying, she basically shaking her head. That nigga Casper, he ain't really say nothing. Like he ain't mad, but at the same time, it is something that he still think about. It's like the body that he in right now. Where do it come from? Who are his family members genetically? Because that shit's still kind of on pause. Like he got a few bit of memories from the body that he's in currently. Nothing concrete. It's more like flashes. And the reason he can tell that they're completely different is because the feel of the memories are different. Right? So like he's seen a few things. He, what I'm saying, like a little nursery, shit like that. Like, so he knew he was getting taken care of by somebody. But like when he tried to look at people's faces and what I'm saying, he only heard a few different things. Everything sound like he trying to listen to people from underwater. But he know that what I'm saying, the body that he's in currently did have a family. You don't know what happened to them, but you know, that's that's for whenever he start remembering. So, while he in his head thinking this, Erica, what I'm saying, is telling her like, hey, chill, what I'm saying. He ain't got no family, bro kind of like a little orphan and whatnot. She ain't saying it like that, obviously. But she telling her to chill with all the family questions because yeah, that could be a soft spot and whatnot. And you know what I'm saying? She apologized. He like, nah, no need. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to really get mad about it because it ain't like you knew. Now it'd be different if you know what I'm saying, I told you or Erica told you or you know what I'm saying, something like that. And then you continue to press on it and like bring it up and talk about it. Then at that point you just you know what I'm saying, like you purposely doing it. But since you ain't do it on purpose and it was an accident, I ain't even gonna get mad about it. And you know what I'm saying? She's sitting there, you know what I'm saying? She like, you pretty cool. And he like, huh? And she like, you know what I'm saying? Most people ain't really that good at like controlling their emotions and stuff. Like you very mature. And he like, yeah, I guess I am. And you know what I'm saying? And she like, uh anyway, she was about to say something, but then she stopped herself. And she was like, well, seeing that you know she kind of did mess up a little bit, she was like you know what I'm saying, like later on if it's possible could she like you know what I'm saying invite him out to you know what I'm saying to apologize and whatnot. And he's like uh yeah, that sound cool, that don't sound like a problem at all. And you know what I'm saying, she sit back, she's smiling and shit, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You would think that the aura in this car is pretty good. It's not. It's not. Erica, you know what I'm saying? She feel a certain type of way. Uh More so because like, you know what I'm saying, she have a certain like look for Casper because like they all older than him. Like, yeah, he about to be 16 and whatnot, but they all are older than him. And on top of the fact that they older than him and how she like basically she only knows so much about his life, but all the points that she don't know about, she kind of just used her imagination to fill in. So she feel like bro been like alone and having to struggle and you know go through the mud and all that shit on his own. So like she didn't really fuck with the whole questionnaire, you know what I'm saying, situation that happened. Then after the fact, she gonna try to ask him out on a date, like little bitch, right? So she a little bit upset. And then Diana, she upset, but she don't even know why she upset. That's why she stayed quiet. Cause she was like, she don't even know him. So she can't really be mad, but she kinda is. So she just stayed quiet because she trying to regulate her emotions and shit. She like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. So Ava get dropped off because she was the closest, like she lived the closest to the mall. So she get dropped off, you know what I'm saying? She waving by and shit, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, he about to pull off and she come running back to the car. And he like, yo, you got like you left something? And she like, nah, she just wanted to get his number and shit. She hand him her phone, you know what I'm saying? He put his number in, you know what I'm saying? She like, all right, thanks. And then, you know, she ran off and shit. And he like, yeah, okay. So Erica, she looked and she like, you a little gigolo, huh? And he like, huh? He like, what? He like, what are you talking about? And she was like, I remember when we was at the party the other night, and you know what I'm saying, how you were moving around. I also realized that, you know, you were mainly talking to girls. So like, you know what I'm saying, you a little gigolo. And he like, nah. He like, it's just easier for him to talk to girls than it is for him to talk to dudes. But he wouldn't say he like no player or no gigolo or no nothing like that. And she like, all right, So then Diana, she pop up and she like, how come it's easier for you to talk to girls than it is for you to talk to dudes? And then you know what I'm saying, Erica, you know, she kind of looked a little bit surprised because you know Diana, she don't really be talking like that. And he like, well, how do I explain it? It's more so when it comes to girls, it's like he can just talk and like he don't really gotta like say too much or try to like impress them or put them in like a certain position of when it comes verbally. And she like, impress you, you be trying to impress dudes. He like, no, it's just the fact of when dudes are talking, it's more like a ego thing. They always trying to like best each other or have the better story. Sometimes dudes just lie because somebody's life just seemed better than theirs. And then they lie about stupid stuff. Like they lie about where they come from, how supportive their family was in their life, anything, street involvements, and you don't really got time for all that. You don't really got time to be sitting there listening to people lie about a bunch of stuff to try to make themselves look cool. When it comes to talking to girls, they mostly ask them about like simple things, and then they talk about themselves, but they don't really be they don't really be lying for real. And Erica, like, how you know? Like, you could be getting lied to the entire time. You just wouldn't know. He was like, I don't know. It's just like, I guess it's like, I don't feel like they lying to me. And she like, you don't feel like they be lying to you, huh? You think you got some type of magic that just make every woman tell you the truth. He like, nah, I ain't say nothing like that. Like, whoa, what's up with this? Right? So he look over at her. He like, what's up? Like, what we doing right now? And she was like, nah, I'm just using what you said and like, what I'm saying, rewording it. So you basically just think that, what I'm saying, women just tell you the truth all the time and they can't lie to you. And he like, I didn't say all that. He was like, I never said that. But never mind. And he just started dropping. And they're like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, go ahead and make sure you don't dig yourself deeper into that hole. So the car atmosphere picked up a little bit because, I'm saying that charisma. But then he dropped Diana off, and she lived relatively close to where they was. So then, he like, all right, what I'm saying, he about to drop her off, and she was like, no, she was gonna go to the library. She only was stopping her to go grab something. He was like, oh, I didn't know that. So all right, I'll wait here. What I'm saying, she walk off. Then Erica, she like, so, and he like, yeah, and she like, so, he like, yeah, like, and she like, so, and he like, I don't know what you trying to say. Like, I can't read minds. And she like, so who are you trying to talk to? And he like, what? And she like, I mean, what I'm saying, like, let's be real. It ain't like she seen like how him and Diana was looking at each other at the park. And he was like, I mean, I wouldn't say it like we was looking at each other like that. It was just like a look of acknowledgement. And she was like, nah, y'all was holding eye contact like hard. And he like, I mean, I wouldn't say we was holding eye contact hard. We was just acknowledging each other's presence at the park. Like, I seen her, she seen me, and it was more like a, hey, I see you. And she was like, okay. So you're not interested in her? And he was like, I don't even know her. How would I be interested in her? You know what I'm saying? We met like what, yesterday? And I said, Erica, like, I mean, you are new to the city. It's better to have friends and I'm saying, find people that you could be interested in. And she seemed like she liked you. And he like, I mean, yeah, it could seem like that, but like, what I'm saying, he don't know what's going on in her life. Like, what if she already talking to somebody? And Erica like, yeah, I doubt that. But if she was, I mean, could she be? And she started thinking about it. And he was like, exactly. So like, he ain't about to try to like, no, do nothing to her. Talk to her and try to blow the spot up because he don't really have the time for that. And she like, what do you mean you don't have time to like talk to people or date around or anything like that? He like, nah, not really. Like, on top of the fact that he just moved here, he still need to prepare for what I'm saying, school. He needs to find a permanent place to live, and that situation, who knows how that's gonna go. And she like, mm, I wasn't really gonna ask about that, but since you said it, why do you live there? He was like, I mean, because I seen it, the room was cheap and I could afford it. And she was like, yeah, but at the same time, like, shouldn't you be emancipated? And he's like, I mean, it's yeah, but it's still tricky. And she like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, I kinda lost my ID and whatnot. So like he can't really prove his identity. So you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. But then even if he was to like, you know what I'm saying, start looking for a place to live, it would just be like government housing. And he don't know if it'd be a good situation or not because he don't know they rules for government houses. Like what if because how young he is, people gotta come through his house and search through his house and stuff like that, and he value his privacy. And she like, yeah, I get that. And you know what I'm saying, it get kind of quiet, and he asked her, so like, why are you there? Like you was asking me why I live there, but why are you there? And she was like, well, uh, for fighting, pretty much. And you know what I'm saying? You know, she started explaining that like she got this thing where she don't really like to see people who are like defenseless get picked on and stuff like that. And he's like, oh, so you don't like bullying? And he's like, that's cool, but she was like, no, it's deeper than that because you know what I'm saying, like she don't really want to get too deep into her background and whatnot, but like she know what it felt like to feel like you're defenseless and like you know what I'm saying, weak. So like anything like that, when she see it, it just kind of rewind her back to a dark time in her life, and she just kind of lash out. So he look at her and he like, nah, that's understandable. Like, all right, he kind of sit forward a little bit, and he like, all right, I'm gonna start telling you some stuff that I don't really normally talk about. And she was like, oh, I get a exclusive, and he like, yeah, and he tell her basically, basically he don't really know too much how he even ended up here. And she like, what? And he tell her, he was like, my first day in the city, um, I was moving around kind of restlessly, and I ended up getting jumped, and it hit me in the head a few times from what I can remember. So I know a lot, like, but like some of the stuff that I know is kind of foggy. And she like, so you got like what, like temporary amnesia or something? And he like, yeah. And she like, what? How did that work? And he like, so he remembered a decent bit about himself, but he don't remember anything from his childhood. So like, he don't remember his friends. He don't remember if he had siblings or not. And she like, oh damn, that's kind of fucked. That's kind of fucked up. And he like, yeah. And then he keep telling people that he don't really got parents, but that's just because he don't remember if he got parents or not. So since he can't remember, it don't really feel like he got them. So he can't claim something that he don't know. And she like, oh damn. And it get real quiet. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry that you had to go through that. And he like, yeah. And it just more silence followed behind that. Let me stop playing with the freaking lighter. But you know, she asked him, is he like okay? And he like, yeah, I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? And then she kind of like lean forward and like grab his face and make him look at her. And she like, but like no, like seriously, like you can say you okay, but like, are you actually okay? And he like, in a weird way, I feel free. because yeah, I probably don't remember a lot about myself, but I mean, I got good friends now. You know what I'm saying? K cool. He like you feel kind of like a brother in a weird way, even though we don't know each other that long. And she was like, yeah, I kind of get that from how close y'all are. I would think that y'all knew each other forever from how y'all act. And he like he laughed a little bit. He like, yeah, no, but seriously, it's like, I mean, life haven't really been too bad for me. Even with that situation that happened, it's like, I mean, I got a cool place to stay. I got a nice car now. And she like, yeah, this is a really nice car. And he's like, yeah, he got friends, you know, and he got people that care about him. He don't really feel like he had too much of that. And she looked and she like, yeah. So he looked at her and he was like, yeah, so I'm perfectly okay. I don't really feel like I need anything right now. So, they kind of looking at each other and shit. Then, the, the door get, that doorknob get jiggled a little bit on that car. They look back, I'm saying, and Diana, she get in the car and she like, sorry, that took me a little bit longer than I thought it was. But, I'm saying, she could tell the situation a little awkward. I'm saying, she don't know what was happening, but, she can feel that it's a little tense. It's a little different. The air feel a little heavy. So she was like, "Are y'all okay?" I'm saying, Casper, he like, "Yeah, I'm cool." You know, Erica, I'm saying, she feeling kind of different a little bit because I'm saying, like, she was just like kind of vulnerable with him a little bit, and like he did kind of return it. So it ain't like she just completely dropped her guard for nothing. But at the same time, she not really used to trusting people. Well, I wouldn't say not used to like trusting people. I would say more like not used to trusting like males with her vulnerability like that. So then she thinking about like how she kind of did just drop the ball a little bit, but then what I'm saying, she don't really feel too bad about it because Casper did kind of meet her with that situation. And what I'm saying, she told him a little bit, he told her a little bit. So like, what I'm saying, that was kind of a feeling that she don't really know is like that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like it feel good to get that type of pressure off her head, if that make any type of sense. So she more quiet because she think about it. And, you know, Casper, he quiet because as he was thinking and he was telling her about the situation, he started to remember more about what happened when he got his head bashed a little bit. So he remembered that he was talking on the phone with somebody. He still don't know who it was, but he was talking on the phone with somebody, and he was getting off a Greyhound, and he was basically telling them that if the situation stayed the way it is, he just never gonna go back. And what I'm saying, they were basically trying to get him to compromise and whatever it was about. But he can tell from how he was feeling, how his emotions was, that it was something that was deeply hurting him, that he was real troubled about. He don't know if he was right or wrong yet because what I'm saying, all he got is the emotions and a little bit of the story. But he remember he got off the Greyhound. He ended up bumping into somebody. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really say he was sorry or no shit like that, but he just kept it pushing. You know what I'm saying? And that's when he was like landed in Gotham. He got a little bit of ways. Then he got hit. got jumped on, and that's all he really remember about that situation. But it's also a new thing that he got to worry about now, because he like, okay, so who was I on the phone with? What was we talking about? And will they come looking for him, whoever they was? Because if they do come looking for him and he don't know anything about them, that's gonna be kind of weird. But at the same time, that fog that's in his mind is clearing up. He ain't really having too much problems remembering anything, and you know what I'm saying, more things are flowing from the subconscious to the consciousness in his head. So it is clearing up for more things to start programming and downloading into his mind about this life, because you know what I'm saying, the backlog is pretty, it's getting kind of low on the things that he learned through the books. So now, since that is the thing and is almost completely done, he can start to get more memories from the body that he's in currently. And yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave this part off. You know what I'm saying? We went a little bit above where I normally would stop. But I feel like I needed to explain a little bit more. And I kinda wasn't really looking at the time. But you know what I'm saying, y'all already know what it is. Like, comment, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Peace.